Thank you for watching Super Bowl tonight. I am your host, Fidel Barraza. Along with me tonight is Alex, Kyle, Robert, Kendall, and Tevin. How you guys doing?
Good, man. How are you?
Great.
How's it going?
Doing
Great,
pretty
great.
good.
Let's talk about Super Bowl 55. It is Thursday, so we're only a couple days away now from the big game. First question I want to start off with tonight. If the Chiefs win, is it fair to say it's the start of a dynasty? Let's start out with Alex.
I mean, I would think that, yeah, I would think it's fair to say that it's, the start of a dynasty. I mean, if you look at what they've done the past 3 years with Mahomes, I mean, they made the AFC Championship game 3 years ago in his first year as a starter. Then they made the Super Bowl, won it. And I think if they win again and they're 2 for 3 winning the Super Bowl, 3 for 3 making the AFC Championship game, I don't see why you can't say that's not the start of a dynasty.
Kyle.
Well, they've had a very solid build-up. They've made excellent draft choices with Tyreek Hill and Patrick Mahomes. If they win the Super Bowl, I definitely think they're well on their way, as long as they can keep the trending upward and managing the salary cap and keeping and retaining their free agents. I think they have a good chance.
Robert.
Yeah, I think a lot of people would probably already say that the Chiefs are on that path to being a dynasty even before they've gotten to this point. I think people have argued that. And if they went back to back, I think for sure you could argue that it's a start of a dynasty, especially because of where they're at with having Patrick Mahomes kind of locked in there for such a long period of time. It's not a situation where it's like if Brady won 2 back to back, he's kind of trending towards the end of his career. Mahomes is just starting his career.
Kendall.
Of course. I mean, I said it last year. They're a young team for the most part. I mean, Travis Kelce's like 30 or 31 years old. So I mean, they read him up like last year, I believe, last offseason. So he's gonna be there for the next few years. Tyreek Hill, he's not even 30 yet. Patrick Mahomes, he's only 25. Clyde, they got the young stud at running back Clyde was hilarious. And I mean, they're set for a little bit. After this year, they're probably gonna lose Sammy Watkins and DeMarcus Robinson. They're gonna lose some depth, but the core for the Chiefs is still gonna be there. So I think they're set for the next few years. And I think look at the division they're in with the Raiders, the Chargers, the Broncos ain't. I don't think they're close to competing right now. But the Raiders, they're up there. They're a few defensive players away from actually competing with the Chiefs. And then you got the Chargers. They're always going to be there. So I think the Chiefs, they're set. They're set. If they win Sunday, it's going to be the start of a dynasty.
Tevin.
I think if they win on Sunday, it's a dynasty because they already locked up some of their defensive players of last Super Bowl that they won last year, and so they locked up Pat Mahomes. They locked up Hill, Travis Kelce. If they continue to strive, pedal to the metal, and keep that core, like Kendall said, keep that core. Once you keep that core, I think you can plug in people off the street and just have them buy in, and the dynasty up from here.
Yeah, I mean, to me, no doubt about it, right? I mean, the last team that was able to repeat back-to-back champs were the New England Patriots. They have all the right pieces in place, starting off with the quarterback and Patrick Mahomes. So I think if the Chiefs win on Sunday, I think it is the start of a dynasty. All right, second question I want to get into. Is this game more important for Brady or Mahomes? Start with Alex.
So I'm going to go with Mahomes here. I think Brady is pretty much proved the player he is. I think just winning the Super Bowl would just add on to a legacy that already, proves that he's the best quarterback of all time. I think Mahomes winning his second Super Bowl in his third season as a starter would just provide him and his legacy with a huge boost, especially, locking up that second Super Bowl so early. If you look at a lot of these quarterbacks, you have Rodgers, who only has one Super Bowl, Breeze, who only has one Super Bowl, and it looks like he's going to retire with one. And then you have a bunch of these other Hall of Famers that have won 1 or 2 Super Bowls. So I think, for Mahomes to lock up that second Super Bowl so early in his career, I think that would be a huge boost to his legacy. And then who's to say that he's not going to get at least one more down the line? So I think, winning this would be a huge boost for his legacy. And I just think Brady, winning it would be great for his legacy, obviously, but I don't think it will do too much for him because he's already done more than anyone has ever done before.
Kyle.
While I do agree that this is a huge Super Bowl for Patrick Mahomes, he's definitely going to try to reach that GOAT status if he cements this win, especially against the current GOAT Tom Brady. I think the Super Bowl is definitely more important for TB12 just for the simple fact that there's been that dynamic this entire season of, all right, for the last big NFL dynasty, who was the key cog in the whole system, Brady or Belichick? If Brady wins this, I think he almost certifies that he had a little bit more at play. So I feel like it's just a little bit because Patrick Mahomes has all the time in the world just to get up to that, climb that mountain as one of the greatest quarterbacks to ever do it. Brady's in that twilight stage where he's got to prove what he's got to prove now.
Robert.
Yeah, I think they both made great points about what both those quarterbacks got to play for, but I got to go with Mahomes as well. I just think winning this Super Bowl against Brady would cement not for him to be the GOAT, but it would cement a potential path for him to be the next GOAT. And if he lost to Brady winning 7 rings, that kind of cements Brady as like, okay, you're never gonna top him. He's going to be the best, and you never will be the best of all time against him. So I think it's more important for Mahomes.
Agree there, Robert. I disagree with you, Robert. I'm gonna go with Brady. You left from Tampa for one reason, to prove you can win without Brady. You didn't just go to Tampa just to win an MVP or just to have a pretty good season. You left from Tampa to prove that you can win a ring without Bill Belichick. So I think it's Tom Brady. I don't think I need to say anything else. I don't think I need to say no more about it.
Tevin.
I think it's Mahomes. The guy said it. If he just win this Super Bowl, I think if he wins this Super Bowl, that's going to cement his career to, I think if he wins this, he's going to surpass Tom Brady because, two Super Bowls back to back. And I just think if he does win this, he can surpass Brady as the all-time greatest quarterback. He's heading there already. The ceiling is high for him. I just think if he can just get this one against Brady, it's up from here.
Yeah, to me, I think it's more important for Brady just for the simple fact that he's with the Bucs now. He's not with the New England Patriots anymore. And Tom Brady's getting closer to the end. At least we think. Who knows? This guy might play until he's 55, right? But Patrick Mahomes still has 10 plus years to play in this league. So I think it's more important for Brady just to prove everyone wrong that, told them last year, hey, you should just retire, Tom. So I think it's more important for Tom Brady. All right, let's talk about 2 former Pittsburgh Steelers that are going to be playing in the Super Bowl, and Le'Veon Bell and Antonio Brown. Who will have a bigger impact in the Super Bowl 55, Antonio Brown or Le'Veon Bell? Start out with Alex.
I'm going to go with Antonio Brown on this one. I just think that he's going to have more opportunities to touch the ball than Le'Veon Bell. I think, Brady really seems to have Brown as one of his favorite targets, and I think having Brown on this big stage, I think Brady will want to try to make a point that, Brown still has it. And I just think the Chiefs, they have other running backs. I don't think Andy Reid's going to defer to Le'Veon Bell just because he's older and more experienced. So, I think that Brown's going to have more opportunities to make big plays than Le'Veon Bell.
Kyle.
Yeah, I'd have to agree with that. I don't see a lot of touches for Le'Veon, especially if Clyde Edwards-Helaire gets hot and going. I think Antonio Brown will probably get a good amount of targets, at least in the first half. And depending on how the Super Bowl goes in the second half, it's just going to be down to the big guys like Godwin and Edwards. But I think Antonio Brown takes the cake on this one.
Robert.
I'm actually going to go with Le'Veon Bell here. I think in the Super Bowl, it's never really what you think is going to happen, and there's always that guy who hasn't really done much all year who busts out a big play. Le'Veon's the type of guy who in the Super Bowl could bust out a big play. Antonio, he's going to be out there more. They're going to use him to kind of draw the secondary away from other targets. But Le'Veon, if he's in the game, the ball is going to be going to him, and he can make one big play, and that could be enough to be the game changer.
Kendall.
Man, I'm going AB. Antonio Brown about to have a big game. I ain't gonna say that about the stat line right now, but he's gonna have a big game. So, and you probably already know where I'm leaning, who will win this game. I'm gonna get it out Sunday on our show. But Antonio Brown, he about to have a huge game.
Tevin.
I'm going with AB. The reason I say that is because who projected him to be in this spot? I mean, what months he was out free agency? You know, we didn't know if he was going to be in the league. So AB, I think he's going to have a good, decent game. It's AB for sure.
Yeah, I think I'm going to go with Antonio Brown as well. I know he's got a knee injury, so hopefully he'll be able to play. But if he is on the field, I do expect him to make some plays. Not saying that Le'Veon Bell won't either, but I think in this game we're going to see more of Clyde Edwards-Helaire and Darrell Williams as well. All right, let me ask you guys, who's going to win Super Bowl 55? Start off with Alex.
I got the Chiefs. I just think that offense is too powerful for the Bucs defense. I know the Bucs defense has stepped up in a few games, especially against the Saints and even the Packers. But I just think the firepower the Chiefs have on offense, it's going to be too much for the Bucs to handle, and I just don't see how you can bet against Patrick Mahomes right now.
Kyle.
While the Buccaneers have a fantastic offense, I just don't see their defense staying in the fight as much as the Chiefs offense can throw at them. They're too much of a monster to tackle right now, so I'm going to have to say the Chiefs.
Robert.
Before I say this pick, I'd also like to say last week after the Bucs won this game, I don't know if you guys saw, there were some players crying, we made the Super Bowl.
I heard the story.
You guys heard the story, right? I'm sure if you watch NFL Network, you've seen the story. Brady told them, wipe them tears. We got a game to go still.
No, that's not what he said, but we'll keep it in that context. Yeah.
It's not the exact quote, but whatever he said, it was wipe them tears. We still got business to do. That's the point. Don't bet against Brady. Got the Bucs.
Yeah, he told his teammates, why are you crying? Not in those exact words. Kendall. Oh, actually, you know what? You're gonna give your pick on Sunday, so
yeah, I'm gonna get my pick on Sunday.
All right, Tevin.
The Chiefs. I'm going with the Chiefs. Close game by the Chiefs. I think it's going to come to a late drive. But if you look at it, Tampa Bay, if they start off slow early, I mean, it might be – the Chiefs can score fast, but if Tampa Bay start off slow, it's going to be an uphill battle for the Tampa Bay.
All right, gentlemen. Any final thoughts before we end this live stream?
41-38 is my score prediction.
41-38.
Yep.
Tampa?
I will. Yep. I'm not going to get my pick, but it's going to be a shootout, though. It's going to be, I mean, both teams might get in the mid-30s.
And Leonard Fournette, watch out for him, too.
I say, yeah, I want to say something like 31-38, 42-37, something like that.
I'm going
I think we're in store for a big one. It's going to be a big one.
Alex, go ahead.
31-27. I think, everyone thinks two really high-powered offenses, it's going to be a complete shootout. I mean, I think, 31-27 is fairly high scoring, but I don't think it's as high as a lot of people would think. I just, it's the Super Bowl. I think, sometimes there's nerves. Sometimes, a lot of times offenses don't, come up as big as they would in the regular season or even in the playoffs. I think sometimes the Super Bowl, the stage is really big. Sometimes defenses step up a little bit, make a big play or two. So 31-27 for me.
I'm going
35-29.
Go ahead, Kyle.
I'm going to say 48-41. It's going to be high-powered offense. The defense doesn't really matter in this game, not until probably the very, very end of it. So I'm going to say 48-41 Chiefs.
All right. Well, with that being said, thank you everyone out there for watching, and we'll talk to you tomorrow night.